United States presidents are the most important electoral bodies in the entire world. Candidates throw their hats in the ring every 4 years by building years of reputation to become in charge of the Oval Office. They often have considerable wealth and resources. Just in the 2020 elections, 3 billionaires, Michael Bloomberg, Tom Steyer, and Donald Trump, tried to take charge of the world superpower. But the question is, in this competitive world, who are the 10 richest presidents out of the 46 the United States has ever seen? So in today's video, we will talk about 10 of the richest presidents America has ever seen since 1788. Just make sure you watch the video till the end, hit the like button, and subscribe to the channel. Let's get started. Number 10. Bill Clinton. Bill Clinton became the 42nd president of the United States and stayed in from 1993 to 2001. He received a decent salary while he was at the Oval Office, but he made his true wealth in 2005 after he published his autobiography, My Life. His wife Hillary Clinton also contributed to the immense fortune for the couple. Hillary was a former state secretary and received $14 million for her memoir, Hard Choices, in 2014. It is thought that Clintons have made millions making speeches and still hold a respected place in U.S. history. Bill Clinton's net worth peaks at an estimated $75.9 million. Number 9. Herbert Hoover. After the 1929 elections, Herbert Hoover took charge of the Oval Office and stayed the president till 1933. He was an orphan and truly a self-made man. Before he got into politics, he was an engineer and a businessman. After he graduated from Stanford University in 1985, he joined a mining company as an engineer. After World War I was over, he was appointed as the Commission for Relief in Belgium. Later, he also served as the U.S. Food Administration Director and the 3rd U.S. Secretary of Commerce. Hoover made extreme wealth in the mining business by working as an independent consultant and miner. He entered politics after the 1920 elections. Newly elected President Warren G. Harding appointed Hoover as Secretary of Commerce. Hoover's estimated net worth is said to be $83 million. Number 8. Lyndon B. Johnson. Lyndon B. Johnson served as the 36th President of the United States from 1963 to 1969. He is often referred to as LBJ for his initials. He was a very ambitious and hard-working man, but he came from very humble beginnings. He made his wealth when he married Claudia Lady Bird Taylor. She belonged to a rich family in Texas and heir to a huge fortune. With the wealth she brought into the marriage, they bought 1,500 acres of land and livestock that kept things going for them. Besides owning the land, they made real wealth in the radio business, and Miss Lady Bird owned. His net worth is estimated to be $109.3 million. Number 7. James Madison. James Madison was the 4th President of the United States from 1809 to 1817. He came from a very wealthy background. His parents owned several hundreds of acres of land and money-making plantation in Orange County, Virginia, and owned the famous Montpelier estate. Madison has a strong and political background and was very influential body in the Constitution of America. In the late years of his life, he lost most of his wealth. The plantation they relied on didn't scope any success, and that's what was left was lost by his stepson to his drinking and gambling problems. His peak net worth is estimated to be $113.3 million. Number 6. Andrew Jackson. Andrew Jackson was the 7th President of the United States from 1829 to 1837. Unlike other electoral bodies, he was born poor and made his fortune as a lawyer. Even though he belonged to a low-income family, he married Rachel Donaldson Robards, who came from a very wealthy background. He purchased a property that is today known as the Hermitage and became a wealthy, slave-owning planter from the money he made. He inherited most of his wealth from his wife, who died shortly before he became the president. His estimated net worth is $132.6 million, giving him the title of one of the richest U.S. presidents in history. Number 5. Theodore Roosevelt. Theodore Roosevelt was elected as the 26th President of the United States from 1901 to 1909. Since he was a teenager, Roosevelt was committed to bodybuilding. Later, it became a lifelong ambition. He spent his life in public service, and he turned politics after his wife and mother died. He inherited a large trust fund fortune, did very little to increase his wealth, and kept working as a politician until he became the United States president. He lost a big portion of his wealth when he made a bad investment in purchasing a ranch in the Dakotas. His net worth is estimated to be $139.7 million before he suffered the loss. Number 4. Thomas Jefferson. Thomas Jefferson was the third president of America. He inherited a big part of his wealth. He did add to his fortune and spent through it in his life as well. His inheritance included 3,000 acres of land near Charlottesville, Virginia, from his father. He added 2,000 acres more to his land. He built his signature home in Monticello, but his spending habits got out of control. At the time of his death, he was neck deep in debt. He was known for being a big spender on lavish things and having a lifestyle above his means. His peak net worth is estimated to be $236.8 million. Number 3. George Washington. George Washington, the first president of the United States, led the country from 1789 to 1797 and was one of the country's wealthiest presidents. Just like his many successors, a big portion of his wealth came from inheritance. He received lucrative plantation from his half-brother and earned a grand amount as the United States General and President. His salary as the president was 2% of the United States total budget, roughly $25,000. His peak net worth is estimated to be $587 million. Number 2. John F. Kennedy. One of the most beloved presidents, J.F. Kennedy, was a born millionaire, getting and inherited most of his wealth. His father, Joe Kennedy, was an investment banker and one of the richest people in the United States. If we take Kennedy's family wealth into account, it will surpass the wealth of all presidents combined. His wife, Jackie, was no less than her husband and inherited the oil business, adding more to his fortune. His estimated peak net worth is said to be $1.1 billion. Number 1. Donald J. Trump. The 45th President of the United States and one of the most subjected presidents, Donald Trump, was born in a rich family. His father was a real estate builder and an investor. Ever since he was a teenage boy, his father thought very little of him and thought he would never be able to achieve anything in his life. He proved his father wrong by not only taking up the business better than any other of his siblings, he became the President of the United States. He inherited at least $413 million from his father's estate, and after his father passed away, he built an empire on the business his father had left. Today, Trump's worth is estimated to be $3.1 billion. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please leave a like and subscribe to the channel. I will see you in the next one.